Namaste, hello and welcome back to another video on Hamsavahini, Vajraasthra. I'm Awhona, and today's video is going to be about the book which I've just recently completed for the ongoing readathon called Randomathon. Now, Randomathon has been created and hosted by Maci from The Bright Side Girl. I'll leave a link to all her announcement videos and related videos in the description box below and in the overhead cards above as we progress further. Now, this video would also have a mini book haul because I did come across some circus themed books which I found very interesting, so I could not help myself but grab them as well, and I will read them further on when I get an opportunity to during the course of this year. So do please join me further in this video. Now let's come around to the books which I have just recently completed, and that is the Illusionist's Apprentice, and this was a 4-star read for me. Now this book is set in the late 1920s during the vaudeville era, and it is also the jazz era of America, and it involves a murder mystery. We do have the spiritualist Horace Stapleton, who claims to have superpowers over the dead, and therefore he can resurrect the dead, and he tries to make a stage show out of it to prove his superpowers, and he does manage to resurrect a 20-year-old corpse, but unfortunately the corpse falls dead within a minute of its resurrection. The police who were watching the show nearby claim that it is a cold-blooded murder in plain sight, and to prove it they try to rope in the master illusionist Harry Houdini's apprentice by the name of Ren Lockhart. So the story goes on from there. I have posted my book review on GoodReads. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below should you like to know more about this book as well. Now the next book which I did come across is called Circus by Alasiter MacLean, and this has a double murder mystery, and I did find it very interesting because under the cover of a circus called StreatFeild Circus, we do have a very famous trapeze artist called, or a trapeze acrobat called Bruno Wilderman, who is not only a clairvoyant but he also has this near supernatural powers by which he can overcome anyone. So he's sought after by the CIA, and this story is set during the Cold War in Europe, and there is an agent from the enemy end as well who's working in the same circus, who is supposed to be stopping Bruno. So we have to find out, in the story it unravels who this what challenges Bruno faces. There is a double murder mystery, and of course it's very interesting. Now the next book which I did come across is called The Circus Shoes, which is a middle grade book, and it is part of a series. I believe this is the second or the first book, and it has been written by Noel StreatFeild, and this is about two children, Peter and Santa, who are from an orphanage, and there is a clown called Gus who is from the circus, and Peter and Santa are trying to escape this orphanage, and they try to persuade Gus to take them in, but the clown Gus will keep the children only if they make themselves very useful, and they really have to fight very hard so that they can come across or level up to the expectations of the circus, as well as they can belong to the circus. So this is what the book is all about. Now, one of the other books which I did come across is called The Butterfly Circus, by Francesca Armour Chelu, and this is a story about two sisters called Tansy and Bella, who are dazzling trapeze artists in a circus show, and one day Tansy does have a bad fall, and she cannot perform any longer, and her sister Belle, who still performs, vanishes one day, and Tansy has to overcome her fear of jumping to ensure that the circus show still goes on while she is on a hunt to find out her sister Belle. So this is what the story is about. Now, the next book that I did come across is called Circus of Wonders by Elizabeth Macneal, and this is set in the late 1800s, around 1866, and it is set in a coastal village in southern England, where we do have our main protagonist Nell, who is kept away from her community because of the birthmarks that speckle her skin, and it is almost like a leopard skin. So she's kept away, far away from the general public, but unfortunately she does get kidnapped by a circus called Jupiter's Circus of Wonders, and then it so happens that Nell starts traveling, and she falls in love with the circus owner's son called Toby, and things go on from there. So I did find this very interesting, because the circus travels not only from England, but then it travels to the battlefields of Crimea, and the story progresses further from there. So I hope I'll be able to get to this book very soon, because I did find this very interesting. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know what you think about all the books in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. So with that, I'll be wrapping up this video. I'll see you soon next week with another video. So till then, take care, have a good reading week ahead, and namaste.